I think this is probably one of the hardest questions to answer. And I know when I was younger, just a long time ago, is you just want a job. You just want to get through college, you want to get through university, and that's your response. But that's probably the worst thing that you can say, because what you've got to remember is the person sitting on the other side of the table, especially if they're a small business owner, has probably put their heart and soul into this. They want it to succeed. They're investing in you. So if you just sit there, kind of the usual answer of, well, I just want a job, or I just need to earn money, nothing is going to annoy them more. And it's the same if you are working for a corporate organization. Again, the people who built the team, it's their full-time job, it's their livelihood. They just want to see a bit of energy and enthusiasm. So it's really important that you get clear as to the reasons why. What's also really important here is you've got to understand who you are, because as you get older, and whether this is a full-time or a part-time job, it has to match your values. You have to be clear about what you want. So it's almost like tracing paper, the job description matching up to what it is that you want. Not only for, understanding who you are, but you're more likely to succeed in the role if you're doing something that you're passionate about. So that's why you've got to get clear. But in the next segment, as ever, we're just going to go straight into the sample answer and give you a couple of tips as to how to answer this question.
So for the good answer, just take a piece of paper and list out the reasons why you actually want to work there. Maybe it's friends and family, somebody you know that works for the organization that may have given good reports. Maybe you've seen something on a company website, or you've read an article in the press and you've thought, wow, I really want to work for this organization. Maybe it's the flexibility of the hours, maybe it fits in around college or school, university. You've really got to think, as I say, why, because this is a real test of your motivation. And once you've found your reasons, then step 2, there's no real structure to this question. It's just about delivering 2 to 3 reasons to that organization. And it's showing is that you've actually thought about your response. And once you have your reasons, that's when we move to the final step, which is your answer, which would sound something like this. I want to work here for 3 main reasons. Reason number 1 is I have friends who've worked here and they speak really highly of the investments in training and how it's almost like a family atmosphere. Everyone's really friendly and supportive. Another reason is the amount of charity work you actually conduct in the community. I was reading an article about how you've raised money for a homeless shelter, and that's something that I'd love to be involved in. And finally, it states in the job description of how flexibility is really important to you. As I'm in college, I can work all evenings and weekends, and that's why I feel I'd be perfect for this role. So I hope what you've learned there is the difference between the poor and the good. The poor is always, I don't really know why I'm here. The good is always well thought out. This is probably one of the most important questions because you have to match your motives to the organization, especially as you go into full-time employment. You do not want to be stuck in a job that you hate, and how you avoid that is by really understanding what drives you, what's your motives, and then matching that to the organization, starting with a job description and also looking at the values of the organization if there are some available. So I hope that makes sense. As I say, always expand, always understand your motivation, and that's half the battle with succeeding in employment. So thanks for listening, and let's move to the next video.